Alright, what's up? I'm going to start off a new video that's going to pertain not only to the Bronco2s, but also to first gen, second gen Rangers as well, as far as basically rebuilding a door, whether you need to take it apart to swap out a power window motor, or a lot of times the manual crank mechanisms will break. At this point in time, all the weather stripping around the door openings is just dry rotted and cracked and terrible. You can buy all these replacement parts from many sources. I just normally buy a lot of my stuff from LMC Truck. Getting all new window felts, weather strips, all that stuff. It makes a huge difference in these trucks when you replace all that old weathered rubber. So I'm going to show you how to go about disassembling an entire, like a donor door in my case, or basically starting with a brand new fresh reproduction door, which is what is on this truck, and having to add all the parts to it. How to do the window tracks, the mechanisms, the latches, all the weather strip, the glass. Show you how to do all of that so you can basically rebuild a Bronco2 Ranger, an RBV door. So show you what I got going on here with my donors. Now I'm out here working on swapping everything from my donor doors into the brand new doors that are on the truck. So first thing I did was I removed the little clips that hold the armrest on. They're little plastic clips they just push in. So I transfer those over first. I also, on the inside of the doors, probably can't see, I can kind of see, I use some Rust-Oleum, it's kind of like a rubberized rust barrier coating. Since these doors are brand new, they were the coating inside of them is pretty light, so I went ahead and coated all inside there. Didn't fill up the drain holes or nothing, but I just want a little extra barrier protection in there from the water that will eventually get inside the doors there. So first thing I did is I removed the window, which you have to drive out the center of the rivet, and then use a drill bit to drill out the rivets, pull the glass out. And then there's 3 rivets that hold the window regulator to the door frame. Pull those loose, and the track that the glass piece thing slides on, it's kind of a little dance you got to do inside the door with taking that. I kind of pulled it over towards the front bottom edge of the door to slide it off the plastic piece. Then you're able to pull the plastic piece off the regulator arm, and then the regulator arm just kind of snakes out this hole right here. So now I'm going ahead and I'm going to pull the latch mechanism out, all the linkages, the door release, and also the door locks too. So that's what I'm working on now. So the next thing I did was, so the window track that holds the window in the back here, there is one more rivet. Punch out that center, drill it out, and then on the inside here is the window track. And the only thing that's holding it in is the actual weather strip itself. So as you can see, as old as this is, she's nice and brittle. So it looks like the door lock lever is in the way. I'm going to make mental note of that. There it is. So one rivet holds it there, and just all of this stuff, just gonna just pick it all out. So old and brittle at this point. That just kind of fits up in the door like this right here. So get all these felts, get all this dug out of here, so we can reuse this here in the new door. Alright, and then you got to get the door lock out. This little piece right here just pushes in the door right here. Just use a pry tool or grab with some needle nose. Just pry it, pull this out. That releases the door lock from the outside of the door. Sorry, I hope my furnace here isn't interfering with the sound too, by the way. So I let the latch mechanism, it's all unscrewed here. Use like a number 3-bit screwdriver, a big one. Don't strip those out. And then reach up in the door, and the little rod, just got to push this little tab out of the way, pull the rod out, and the locks are free. And the latch mechanism is now laying in the bottom of the door. So it's a couple more pieces to disconnect, and that'll be out. So the door latch here, it pushes in and it snaps back in the door. So just give a little bump forward, and you basically just turn it to get it unhooked from the linkage inside here. It just goes through this little hole right here. So it just kind of hooks through. So basically just turn it 90 degrees and this pulls right off. And we have a free mechanism. And I'm laying everything out up here on the table, kind of in order the way it came out. So at this point, here is our dirty old latch mechanism. And this is a linkage for the door lock. It went up to the lock here. So, gonna get this all cleaned up and re-greased, and then I'm gonna transfer it into the new door. Right on. Also right here, there's one more random rivet. This is a little felt lined, it's a guide for the window, stop it from rattling and stuff. So I've already knocked out the center of the rivet. I'm just gonna drill this out now. Go. It's a nice. A lot of times you'll find this felt is gone. You ever see a window? It's got like a smudge mark on the window right here. It's usually from this thing being worn away, and like the glue from the felt has just been rubbing on the glass. That's usually what that's from. So you can wrap a new piece of felt around these usually. This one's in pretty good shape though for a 88 door. So there you go. It goes like that. It's got a little notch. It kind of keys into the door frame right there. And I did through LMC Truck, I bought a whole kit of these replacement rivets, and you do have to have the right rivet gun for them. It is a big monster of a scissor style rivet gun, so you don't try to do these with them little tiny handheld ones. So anyway, this I guess I could transfer to the new door right now. So this is the rivet gun that I was talking about. One of these big ones. So put the new rivet in there. There we go. That's one. All right, the door is now gutted. I got all the pieces off of it that I needed. So I'm gonna go ahead and set these out, pass these along to another friend so that he can use them on this truck. So it looks like if you follow this order, get the glass and all the glass mechanism out of your way first. It makes it a lot easier to get to all the latch mechanisms. So obviously I'm gonna put it all together in the reverse order. Gonna get all the door latches. Of course, I forgot to show you took the door handle off also. While it was off, I went ahead and cleaned it up, hit it with some self-etching primer, and shot a fresh coat of black paint on it. And I'll use those same rivets to pop the door latch in the door next. So that'll go in. Once that is in, then I can go ahead and put the inside latch and all that stuff on. And also, there's a window guide that goes right up here in the door, so that when you roll the window up, it catches it, so make sure the window stays on track here. I took that off, cleaned it all up, and I'm hitting it with some of this kind of rubberized rust barrier, because the interior side of it was still good, but the outside of it obviously has been weathered and the coating on it is all gone. So I'm going to build it up with some of this stuff right here. It's kind of goes on real thick, so I'm going to use a couple coats of that to build this all back up, so it should look pretty good and work all right again. So coming along pretty good so far. Okay, so I got the door latch is all bolted in, 3 screws right here, those number 3s. Just gotta snake it in, and then the 3 linkages. I got this one here going to the door latch here, door lock, and then the one outside are pretty self-explanatory on how and where they go. It ain't too hard to figure out on your own, really. But here it is. Door's still kind of light, but there you go. She's all shut. Unlock the door. Unlock it. There we go. Got a door. So now it's got to put all the glass and all the weather strip in now. So the next piece I'm going to put in is the track for the glass. It goes on the back side of the door here. It's going to get the rivet right there. Just snake this in the door. Grab a rivet here to find my little hole. There it is. She's lined up. Check here. There it is. That one's in. Okay, now I've got the window manual crank mechanism. Put some fresh white lithium grease on all the gears here. Just gonna feed this into the door. Just gonna leave that there. Next is this. This is what holds the glass. I put some more white lithium grease inside the track for here. So now I'm going to feed this on. That's on. Okay. Here's the track. It's going to bolt into the door. Oops, this way. It's going to bolt. Here's the hole. It's going to bolt right here. This one, and one on the bottom here. So this one I found. I don't know if you can. There's a little square slide on that plastic piece that holds the glass. That's what's going to fit down in this track right here. So what I want to do is I want to get this in the door, get it on that piece, so that I can get everything up into place. Put the 3 rivets into the crank mechanism, then the 3 bolts into this piece right here. So I'm going to do that right now. now. So all this is a dance. I'm going to pull this plastic piece. Oh wait, there it goes. Now it'll turn. Lined up like that. That'd actually be easier with two people. Whatever. Okay. Hopefully you can see some of this. I'm not sure, but so the hole in the bottom. There's those 3 studs are through. I'm just gonna start these couple threads just to hold this track into place. Set 2 facing you, 1 at the bottom of the door frame. That track is in place. Now, let's go ahead and line up the crank. So, got a rivet there, a rivet there, there it is. That's all in place. I'm going to go ahead and glass these rivets on. That'll hold the crank mechanism to the door frame. Let me get that done, I'll be back. Okay, I got these 3 rivets in for the crank mechanism. Here we go. Nice and smooth. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put this down in a spot where I can get to these right here. Now, through LMC truck, we have all new these plastic washers that will sandwich the glass. Then I can rivet these in. This is, I've always found this part kind of scary because that rivet gun, man, when it pops, they pop hard. Especially when you're doing it pinching glass. Just got to do it. So, I'm going to go ahead and get all this lined up. Oh, first, sorry, I'm jumping ahead. Now I have to get the run channels, the felts in, so let's do that next. Okay. Got this all fed into the door here. Got that window guide right here. There's a little notch cut in the weather strip. You can see where that's supposed to go. Fed down in this corner. It doesn't really stay up in place. It's really nothing for it to hold on to, except for a couple spots. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the glass in. Then I'm gonna pull down pieces. I'm gonna put some adhesive around this opening here. Then I'm gonna crank the window all the way up and leave it up. So that's what I'm about to do next. Put the glass in after I clean it. Okay, I got the glass cleaned up. Something I always like to do, especially on older cars, makes a big difference. Soak them down with some soapy water, some good glass cleaner. I take a flat razor blade and holding it, probably 30 degrees to the glass, just scrape the whole glass surface and just take off all the old just gunk paint overspray, probably old window tint glue and most glass. It makes a huge difference on getting these things clean just using a razor blade. This one, I can't believe all the stuff that was on it. It was really bad, so got it cleaned up. And then these are those little clamp things that are going to go around the glass. So when you rivet it, you want this metal piece on the back side of the glass. That's where the rivet's going to expand. You don't want that. This other plastic piece is not strong enough. It'll break and then you'll explode the glass. So make sure you snap them together the correct way, which is going to look like this. Like that. Little surprise for me when I ordered all my stuff from LMC Truck. Apparently I didn't order enough rivets to do all of this. So I'm not going to have enough rivets to finish the other door if I rivet this glass. So what I'm going to do is I just got some small bolts and nuts. I'm just going to nut and bolt it to the regulator. That's perfectly fine. No big deal there. I've done it in the past before when I didn't have the right rivets. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to slide the glass in and then we'll get it all bolted up. So let me get this in the door here. There's also, I don't have the dew wipes in yet, just to give me some more clearance, especially to get these washers through. So, and I'm going to take the back of the glass, push it into the track with the felt, and then let it slide right down. So the glass is sitting down. There's a little channel in this plastic piece that holds the glass. Now I just got to get it pulled forward a hair to get the holes for the rivets lined up. Okay. So I got a nut on the back side, 10mm wrench to hold it. I'm just gonna snug it up. There's a little lock nut, so it ain't gonna come loose on me. Okay, that one started. Pull the nut. A little snug. Good. And there we go. I just gotta guide everything up into the weather strips here and get it all tucked in. So that's then you can see that guide that I talked about earlier that I had to fix with the rubber coating. That's what's going to catch this glass as it's coming up into it, keep it on track. So, all right, let's get this up and then do the dew wipes. All right, glass is all in, weather strips in, the dew wipes are on. They turned out pretty good. Did nick the paint a little bit, the little clips, but that's all right. I can touch that up later. there it all is. And on the outside, everything looks good. Man, nothing like nice, fresh rubber seals on a vehicle. Everything turned out real good. So I was just gonna let the put some adhesive on the back side of all this felt. So I'll leave the window up and just gonna let it dry, and then we should be good. Next time we put the window down, nothing should fall out of place. So turned out pretty good. So I'm still waiting on some door clips for the door panels to show up, then I can finish putting the whole door together and get an idea how it's all gonna look. So that's it. I think I'm gonna wrap this up for this video here, since I'm sure this is getting quite long. But anyway, that's there it is. That's the progress for this video. Very happy. We're getting there. We're almost done. So I don't know. You see anything in this video that was useful or helpful for you in any way, give it a like. Appreciate it. And on to the next one. Well, I guess next time I should check the mailbox before I speak. Push pins did come, so I was able to get the door all put together here before closing this out. These are those plastic panels from Dash Top is the company. They're actually plastic, not like the originals. So they're a little bit thicker. They have this edge on them here. So the stock, the stock push pins for the doors didn't work. I had to go to these, it's a GM style, much longer, so it would actually reach. But those in there, it's all good. Armrest is on, window crank, latch. This stupid thing's got to go though, sorry. Gonna get some normal black ones for it. So we're all good. Door is complete. There we go. So now we're gonna officially move on